All right. Thanks, Susan. Good afternoon to all of you out there in Zoom land, wherever you might be. And greetings from Sweden, as you can see where I am. My class is, yes, called Faith in Politics, Religion, Power, and Governance. And here's the way it's going to play out. We're going to start the class with the big question of why did religion and politics ever come together? Did they ever fall apart, which they did, and when? And what possible incentives could there be to bring religion and politics back into the same place? And then that's our first lecture. And then we're going to go through kind of a world tour. We're going to include the United States. We're going to talk about basically religion by religion. We're going to talk about Christianity. We'll look at, the evangelical movement in the United States. We'll look at the Orthodox Church in Russia. We'll look at the politics of Vatican City. We'll go through Hinduism, the rise of Hindu nationalism, for instance, in India under the BJP and Narendra Modi. We will look at Buddhism and the rise of militant Buddhism in places like Sri Lanka and also Myanmar, which of course will be updated because there's a coup going on in Myanmar if you haven't seen the news. We will talk about Judaism, not just in the context of the formation of politics in Israel, but also, of course, how that plays out worldwide. We'll talk about cults and sex. And by the way, when I say sex, I didn't mean sex, I meant sects, just in case you're on what kind of class I'm actually teaching. And then we'll wrap everything up. And that's going to be pretty much the way it is. If you're not really comfortable with your grounding in world religions, that's okay, because as a bonus, you'll get a crash course in kind of comparative religion. So everybody's brought up to speed on that. The approach will be one of complete respect for people of faith. And so if you're a person of faith or you're, a dedicated atheist, all is good. Please join me. We have a lot to talk about because there's a lot going on in the world of religion and politics. Aside from that, as Susan said, we have two other things I want to talk about briefly. Once again, I'm doing another intergenerational dialogue. The experience of this has been absolutely amazing since I started this project 2 years ago. If you don't know what it is, we bring together UC Berkeley undergraduates and members of ALI, and we have a semester-long focus on a particular topic. This semester's topic, last semester, we did, because of the pandemic, we did things like mental health and emotional well-being, and discovered we have a lot in common, but also some serious differences between different age groups. This semester, with the new administration in power, we are going to talk about whether or not we can rebuild trust. Is there ever a pathway to unity? I've already met with the undergraduates. We meet every week. And the big event for us when we all come together is April 16th. After that, we'll have joint dialogues until the end of the semester. If you're interested, please do join us. This has been an extraordinarily empowering dialogue for everyone involved. So please join in. Link to that a week before on Friday, April 9th. I'm doing a town hall. We'll have other speakers come in on a similar topic, civil society and social trust in America. If things are broken, can we fix them, and how? We'll have a number of perspectives. It's a town hall, so of course, what also drives the dialogue will be your participation, your questions. So we'll hear from the experts, and then we'll hear from you, and we'll get that going. So please do join us for both events. You don't have to do both events. You can do one or the other, but I would be delighted to see you in both of them, just as I would be delighted to see you in my class talking about religion and politics. And with all of that, I will turn it over to Susan once again.